5 years ago, there was no such thing as one software that a small business like mine could operate their entire marketing and sales strategy from. Fast forward to today, and my small business of 15 employees, my small marketing company of 15 employees, not only runs all of our sales and marketing efforts out of one software platform, but we help other businesses do the same thing every single day. The software that I'm talking about is called HighLevel. Now, HighLevel is the official name of the software, but you might also know it as Go HighLevel, or maybe you've never heard of it, but you'll see it referred to as Go HighLevel as well. That's because their domain name is gohighlevel.com. HighLevel.com obviously wasn't available, so gohighlevel.com is what they had, and so now you see a lot of people refer to it as Go HighLevel or GHL. You'll even notice that us in our video titles sometimes we use Go HighLevel, or I'm sorry, me in my video titles will sometimes use Go HighLevel instead of HighLevel just for SEO purposes. So call it what you want. HighLevel, Go HighLevel, that's the software that I'm talking about. My name is Michael McAllister, and in 2018, I left my successful six-figure career as a mortgage loan officer to start my own digital marketing company. Now, I have zero college education or background in business, so what we've built from a solid team and great software and great implementation of that software. That is what I would attribute our success to as a company. HighLevel is one of those tools that we use that we are very bullish on. We started using HighLevel in 2019 for our marketing company. This was about 6 months after they got started, after they got off the ground. So we're an early relationship, an early adopter of HighLevel. And I haven't personally always been as bullish on HighLevel as I am today. There were times where I had a lot of distaste. I was looking for the next best platform. But over the last couple years, we've seen a lot of investment into the product, into the development cycle of the product, into their people, into the community, a lot of things that have really made it so that I'm ultimately betting my career on the success of Go HighLevel at this point. But none of that is going to make any sense to you unless you know what HighLevel is and you know what HighLevel does. So let's jump in. Okay, so first off, what is HighLevel? Well, HighLevel refers to itself as an all-in-one sales and marketing platform. Now, I feel like this is an underwhelming name for what it really is. However, I have tried to rack my brain and think of a better way to frame this or position this product. I think all-in-one sales and marketing platform is probably the most accurate representation of what it is. You sit down, it's like, okay, it's a CRM on steroids. It's an ad management tool. It's a calendar booking tool. It's a website hosting tool. Like, it literally is everything that you need. If you have less than 200 employees, it's everything that you need to run your marketing and your sales communications, and potentially even some of your operational processes and whatnot as well, depending on what other softwares you guys are using in your tech stack right now. The point is that there's way too much going on for me to feel comfortable just putting my label on it, right? So HighLevel's label is all-in-one sales and marketing platform. What I'm going to do is I'm going to walk you through some of my favorite features and then list out some of the other features of HighLevel, give you more of an idea of what HighLevel does, and then from there, based on how you want to use the system, you can call it whatever the hell you want. Okay, so what can HighLevel do for your business? Well, this brings up an interesting point, and one of the reasons why we are so bullish on HighLevel, I'm going to do my best to list all of the relevant features for my business as well as for other businesses that I've seen. I'm going to try and list all the features basically, right? But the thing is HighLevel is always developing the product. They come out with new features seemingly every day, but more appropriately once a week, twice a week sometimes. So Sean Clark is the founder over at HighLevel, and he's constantly putting out videos of new feature releases, bug enhancements, improvements, etc. And so I'm going to do my best to have a comprehensive list here, but just know that I'm not bullish on HighLevel because of this list. I'm bullish on HighLevel because of this list, plus their development cycle and them staying on the cutting edge and constantly adding new stuff to benefit me and my clients. All right, so since HighLevel is an all-in-one sales and marketing platform, and we don't actually agree with that assessment of it because it seems like it's limiting too much, at least that's my opinion, right? Because of that, we're just gonna go through the features. I'm gonna highlight my favorite features. I tried to put them in a logical order for you. We're gonna start at the top basically as far as the fundamental understanding of the product, and then kind of work and ascend into the more advanced, cooler features of High Level. And then I've got like 6 or 7 that I'm going to go in depth with, and then I'm going to list out at the end the rest of the features that maybe you have an interest in seeing more about those. If you do, comment, reach out to me. I am happy to do a video on any of the other features. I probably will make videos for all of these features at some point. So anyways, let me know what you're interested in. Definitely willing to change my posting schedule or my recording schedule based on where the demand is at. All right, so the first feature that I'm going to highlight is what I would consider to be probably the most impactful if a small business does not already have a logical solution for this, or not necessarily a logical, but like an easy to use solution to this. And that is the communication piece. When it comes to your business, the most important thing that you can have dialed in is communication with your prospects and communications with your clients, right? And so in order to do that, you've got to have a way that it makes sense. Now, I've seen a lot of small businesses use really, really janky systems as a way to text their customers and somehow integrate it with their CRM or whatever, right? This is the foundation, in my opinion, of what makes High Level so good is their communication ability. So diving into this, I have information in here blurred out, obviously, but what I'm in right now is I'm in the conversation view of our High Level instance. Now, in this video, towards the end of the video, I'm going to explain the different ways that you can interact with High Level. They do what's called a white label program, and so I'll explain a little bit more about that. But this is our white labeled version of High Level called Empower LO. It is specifically for mortgage loan officers, so I'm not trying to sell you on this, but this is where I'm going to demonstrate from. So you'll always see this, and it's always going to look maybe slightly different than your High Level account. You'll get used to that as you see more and more High Level content out there. But I am a practitioner, right? You'll see a lot of videos about High Level. You'll see a lot of people talking about High Level that have never ran an agency in their life and have never ran a small business, a true small business in their life. They are just content creators, and good on them. But I am a practitioner. I use High Level for our business, and I use High Level for all of our clients' businesses as well. So anyways, High Level conversation view communication platform. Okay. What makes it a communication platform, or what makes it the best communication platform, in my opinion, is the ability to combine all of your different types of communicating with a customer, be it a social media message, a email, a text message, a phone call, any one of those things, all centralized in one conversation. So again, in here, you're not going to be able to see anything except for the logos that represent the different types of communication methods, because I have it blurred out for obvious reasons. But you can see this is an example of one of our sales reps texting back and forth. We saw the email. There might be a phone call in here. Yep, there sure is a 25-minute phone call in there. It's recorded, so I can listen to it or his manager, right? His manager can listen to it. His supervisor can listen to it if he wants to. I can, whatever. It's in there, all within the same conversation view and chronological order. This is such a common sense way to manage this. It's surprising that this is so powerful and impactful for them, and that you don't see this capability in a lot of different areas. But this is really what drew us to High Level in the first place, was this all-in-one communication platform that allows people to set up a local phone number, set up their email address, sync with their Gmail, sync with their Outlook, whatever, go in there and just interact with their customers through their marketing platform. Get all of that in one location, regardless of how many sales reps you have or how many people you have on your team. It's very, very powerful. Okay, so how does SMS work? How does the billing for SMS and voice work? How does it work for email? You've got a couple different options with this. When High Level first started, it was strictly like a pass-through platform where you had to sign up for your own Twilio account, your own SMTP provider, which is for email if you don't know what that is. You had to sign up for those separately and then basically integrate them with High Level. That is still possible today. That is still how we do it. However, you now have the ability to use their in-house options as well. So they have their own in-house options for phone and for email called Lead Connector. To my understanding, the charges are very, very similar to what you're going to see on Twilio or on like a Mailgun. I'm not going to go deep into the charges because it's fractions of pennies, and I personally don't think that a lot of you guys are splitting hairs that much. And if you are, great. Twilio, for example, we use Twilio. Why do we continue to use Twilio instead of Lead Connector? Well, because we get volume discounts from Twilio. We've been with Twilio for 5 years. We, spend 10, 15 grand a month on SMS usage with them. And so we get volume discounts with them. So I don't really see a benefit to going to Lead Connector because I'm probably going to end up paying more, right? But it's negligible is my point. Like the question, right? If you have the question in your head of whether or not you should be doing this, like that is why I don't want to dive into the costs at all. Because if you're not doing email marketing, if you're not doing SMS marketing, I don't think that you should be worried about the cost, right? I think you should be worried about getting out there and doing it. If you are doing it and you're just trying to assess which one is cheaper, HighLevel is going to be the cheapest option that you can get because you get passed through from all the vendors that your CRMs are using and upcharging the usage and billing you for it, okay? So if you want the cheapest possible setup, it will be through HighLevel anyways. All right, next, another one of my favorite features and one that I think that most small businesses will get benefit from right out of the gates, and that is the CRM functionality, specifically Smart Lists and pipeline management. So let's dive in and check those out. All right, CRM functionalities, pipeline management. Let's start with the pipeline piece of it, okay? Now, as you can see here, I have a Kanban style pipeline, or as some people refer to it, a pipe drive style pipeline. But this is a very, very easy way for anybody that does any sort of sales or marketing for them to track opportunities as they move throughout your pipeline, right? Or your funnel, whatever you want to call it. So what I really love about HighLevel as far as their pipelines go is that I have the ability to create as many pipelines as I want, and I can create as many stages for those pipelines as I want. So we, over the years, have kind of changed and gone back and forth for how we configure this based on, are we offering more than our core product right now? How much of our demos are coming from what product, et cetera. But if you look up here, I can go through here and I can say, all right, I have consulting, I have our core product, and then initial strategy call. So, the way that we have this set up is somebody goes through initial strategy call. They don't know what product they're coming in for, and we don't know what we're pitching them until we have that initial strategy call, in which case they're going to get moved to either core, consulting, or my agent classes. Really, really cool functionality here. Really easy. I can come in here and let's say, it's going to blur it out. All right. So pipeline name. So we're going to call this, landscaping, okay? Or maybe for a landscaper, maybe it's like mowing accounts or something like that, right? Landscape accounts. I don't know, right? Accounts implies like over time, right? Not necessarily a one-time job, but somebody that you build a relationship with over time and you consistently get business from. All right, so the first one is targeted, maybe. Or maybe you're doing enough targeting up front that you don't want to do this, and you just want, first stage you want to be is in reached out / engaged, consult or walk through or whatever, right? Consult scheduled, consult canceled, and we'll go pitching or proposal sent and accepted / closed, right? So it's as easy as doing that. You can make it visible on your dashboard and charts that you have available on your dashboard through these check marks. We override the dashboard in ours. We don't think that these are super helpful for our use case, so we don't do anything with it. But you are welcome to test out that functionality there. You can also come out here and limit by stages. So if you do like this funnel chart and pie chart in here, but you don't want this canceled stage represented, then you can come in here and you can click those to make it so that those are not represented. So kind of a cool feature there. I'm not going to save this because I don't have a landscaping company, but you now see what I'm talking about here. Really cool. Come in here. Moving them from pipeline to pipeline is pretty easy. Moving them from stage to stage is even easier. So if this one needs to reschedule, if I come over here, I can just drag them right over there, or I can drag them down to these different statuses of abandoned, won, and lost, which will help with my reporting later on. All right, so that is the opportunity and pipeline portion of this. Let's dive into the CRM, more of the CRM functionality. And that would be more like storing data related to contacts, as well as being able to filter your list of contacts, okay? So we're gonna talk about smart lists first. Smart lists are one of my absolute favorite features of HighLevel. Smart lists give you the ability to save a filter set and create a list out of it, and then have that filter set constantly be applied to your database, so that as you get new people that come in that fit that filter set, you now have the ability to apply them to the list automatically. And then if somebody's data changes, right? Let's say their timeline is 6 months or less for buying your product. And so that's the categorization that you're going to use, is that 6 months or less, and you have that in a field. 6 months or less. Now, let's say that changes. You talk to somebody and they say, yeah, man, I'm really sorry. We got hit with something I wasn't expecting. It's actually going to be 12 months. Well, now if I go in and I change their purchase timeline from 6 months to 12 months, if I have a filter in here, if I have a smart list saved in here where that purchase timeline was 6 months, and those are the people that are on that list, that person will automatically not show up in that list anymore. So I am driving this point home because I know I've used email marketing platforms in the past, like MailChimp and Zoho, etc., that you are responsible for managing and maintaining the list. And so regardless of what like parameters you want to assign to the people within those lists, you're responsible for making sure that people still meet those parameters and therefore either get added or unsubscribed from the list. So really, really pumped about this feature. We love it. You can see all of our smart lists across the top here. So when I click on this, what happens is it changes to the filters that I saved to represent that list. Okay. So filters, right? Demo requested, no open opportunity. We got group members, and these are our filters for that. So at any point I want to create a new one, I can just come in here and I can say, I want a smart list where everybody with the first name George. Apply. And then I can save this and I can call it George's. Save. And now I'll always have that George's list in here. So kind of a cool feature. Again, this is a silly example, but at the end of the day, you can use this in any way you want, any way that you would filter or look at your contacts, looking at qualified versus not qualified, purchase timeline, lead source, whatever it is, however it is that you're filtering your list, you can do it with smart lists inside of HighLevel. Really cool feature. All right, so some other components of the CRM functionality that are also really cool: the ability to create custom fields, the ability to organize those custom fields into folders within the contacts. Those are really cool features. The custom field types range from a date, a text field, a number field, etc. You can create as many of those as you want with no limitations. You can even create custom fields at the opportunity level. For example, if you have a contact, say you're a roofing contractor and you have a referral partner that consistently sends you business, well, you probably want to have the contact associated to multiple opportunities and track the opportunities as being the different roofing jobs that are associated with that one contact. So you can have multiple opportunities for one contact. You can store data related to the opportunity that will then be related to the contact as well, just not as, it won't be as cluttered in that contact. And you'll be able to separate, if you have 4 or 5 different roofing jobs, you don't have to have enough custom fields at the contact level to specify 4 or 5 different roofing jobs, right? Instead, you do it at the opportunity level. That's where you're specifying the different details of each roofing job, and then they're all associated to the one contact that is responsible for giving you those roofing jobs. Make sense? All right, so we've talked about a couple of the foundational components of HighLevel, things that are really important, like communication, managing contacts, managing opportunities. These are all really, really basic CRM type functionality that you probably value in the CRM that you already have. So next, what I want to talk about is one of the things that makes HighLevel so powerful and so robust. It is their marketing automation capabilities, specifically through their workflows is what they call it. So let's dive into workflows and check them out. So first things first, This is a workflow for when somebody comes in and somebody books a strategy call with us. When somebody wants to know more about one of our products, this is the automation that they will come through. You'll notice that we have two sections. We have this little gray box up here. This gray box represents your triggers. Now, you can have workflows that don't have triggers, that just exist as workflows that you manually drop people into. You can do that. Or you can select from any crazy wide range of triggers. For you technically more advanced people, we can do inbound webhooks as a trigger, which is really cool. I'll go over that more in the API integration, that kind of video, as well as workflows. But for right now, just know that that is a possibility, is just setting up an inbound webhook there. You've got the ability to do stuff based on appointment statuses. I will walk through right after this. I'll be walking through the calendar booking functionality so that you can see more around that. You can do it based on contact changing, specifically, a custom field or one of their standard fields. You can do some validation, right? Validation errors from Twilio. If you have your Twilio account linked up, you can set up links for when people click on, that'll trigger your automation. People submitting a survey or a form, again, something we'll talk about later. Tasks being completed. I mean, anything you can think of that can be tracked is possible as a workflow trigger, okay? Or again, you can have no workflow trigger and you can just manually add people to your automation. That works also, like this one, post-call sales form received. Why? Because we have an automation. Once we fill out the post-call sales form, that form lives in Zoho, and we have an automation that pushes it in directly into this workflow, so we don't have to have a trigger. But what can we do here? You'll notice outbound webhooks here. What are these for? They're for measurements, right? I'm trying to send this data to TikTok. I'm trying to send this data to Proof. Okay, we're going to wait 30 seconds. We set up wait steps in here. We can add tags. We can remove tags. We can assign them, right? So we haven't talked about that, but you can have, as many different users inside of your account as you want to, and you can assign them in here almost like a round robin. Really cool functionality. Facebook conversion, so direct integrations with Facebook as well as Google AdWords allow you to send your conversion events directly through HighLevel and not have to set up a Zap for that, which I'm really grateful for. As well as being able to remove them or add them to other workflows, creating opportunities. Another Zap here. Okay. Email, text messages. These are the communication pieces. So you can do that. You can do phone, call. Okay, if the contact has been assigned as a user, this event will call the user and play the whisper message. Okay, so what's going to happen, it's basically like forcing a call. So you can set this up to where like when you get a lead come in, it calls your sales rep. You set up this whisper message that says, hey, you've got a prospect on the line. Are you ready? Right? Press 1 for yes, press 2 or no for no, whatever, right? And then they press yes, and boom, it instantly calls out that lead so they can call. It's not like they're on the line. You're basically just telling them, giving them the opportunity to call out wherever they're at. Really cool feature again. Just another example of what you can do with marketing automation in here. You have integrations for Slack. You have integrations for Google Sheets. You have formatting steps. You have messaging steps based on Instagram, Facebook. You can leave ringless voicemails. Guys, there's just so much stuff that you can do with workflows. Again, it deserves its own 45-minute video, and it will get one. But for right now, all I want you to know is the possibilities are endless. Okay, last thing on workflows before we move on to something else. I had this other one pulled up here, mainly so that you could see the way that if-else logic works. This is what makes workflows so powerful, is the ability to come in and set up branches based on fields or any other type of value, appointment, attribution, whatever. You set up segments based on that, and then you can have different paths based on each of those different branches that you set up, right? So this is post-demo sales form comes in. We're going to update the appointment statuses that they showed, okay? And then from there, if they're cold, we're sending them this email and we're leaving a note, right? Contact demo is disposition is cold. Here are the details from the demo. Okay, warm. Set up something different or a different note at the very least, right? So again, all I'm trying to show you with this is the ability, the if-else logic piece, right? If you don't know what that means, don't worry about it. If you do know what it means, then you know how much better and how much more powerful and more robust your automations can be at the point that you have access to functionality like this. All right, so next up, we're going to talk about the appointment scheduler functionality. So if you use Calendly or use AppointFix or Acuity Scheduling or any of those calendar booking apps, this is basically that built into your CRM, into your marketing automation platform, so that you don't have to send the information from Calendly over to here, over to your CRM in order to track that somebody scheduled something. It's all going to happen inside of one central location. On top of that, the actual functionality of the calendar booking is really solid. You've got features like the ability to round robin to different team members. So if you want, you can have one event that gives you have one event where you have 5 salespeople assigned to it, and whoever's availability is there first, then they get to go first come first serve. Or you can mark them as different priority levels so that you have your top sales guy that gets all of the demos first, and then you start backfilling their schedule. Really cool functionality with that. I'm going to dive in. I'm going to show you what the interface kind of looks like so that you can see what you're looking for once you get signed up. So when you first log into calendars, you'll see just like a standard week-long calendar view. You're going to have the ability to sync as many of your teammates' calendars as you want to. So this could represent just yours, or if you look at mine, I've got a lot of different teammates, right, that come in. Not all these guys' information is synced. We probably got just 3 or 4 different people's email and calendars are synced, right? Only our salespeople are really going to be the ones that need their calendars synced. Everybody else is just a user inside the account. You can set up groups in here, so I'll show you what that looks like. But my point is this calendar view right here, I can filter based on a lot of different things. So I can look at, all right, what does Alex's schedule look like? What does Miles' schedule look like? Okay, cool, right? And so, or I can just go back to my calendar. If I have two-way sync, then it's also pulling everything in from my Gmail calendar. So this can be somewhere that you live out of instead of living out of your Google Calendar, because you can sync them up and you'd be able to see everything there. Setting up a calendar as far as booking goes is really easy. If you go in here, you click Create Calendar, you're going to have the option to do a simple calendar, which is basically if you have one person in your account and you're a doctor, or some sort of specialist that you don't really intend on having other people with a need to book on a calendar, then this is the one for you. This is the easiest one. Set a physical location. Your appointment is here. That's the easiest one that you're going to get. Then you have round robin, which is basically just as easy if you only put one person inside the round robin, but it also allows you to add, like I was saying earlier, 5, 10 salespeople, optimize based on availability or optimize based on your preference, whatever it is. You have the ability to do that. And here's what that looks like. So if I come in here, I'm going to select my team members, right? I'll go these 3 right here. So they're all in. Is it going to be advanced settings that I have to? Let's go demo test. And let's see. All right. So demo test 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Apparently a lot of people use that slug. All right. So we're in here. Now I think I can go to advanced settings. Yes, the advanced settings is going to be what I want, because this is where now I can come in here and I can change priority. Other things to pay attention to: meeting location. I can set it up as a phone call. I can set it up as an address. I can set it up as Zoom. This person hasn't connected their Zoom. Miles has, right? So you see Zoom right there for him. You set up as, I think I already said Google Meet, right? Or custom, and write down whatever you want in here. Again, priority. I can come in here and I can say, all right, high priority, medium priority, low priority, right? And then the round robin, like the appointment distribution, would then be based on that availability. That priority that I established. So with these calendars, the way the calendar looks is not, I mean, it's not ugly by any means. It's not beautiful. You have the ability to come in here, add cover images. You have a couple different styles to choose from. You can put some custom code in here, configure your notifications. Everything that you can do inside of Calendly, you can do inside of here, only it's even better because it's linked up with everything else in your business. So, an example of what one of these looks like so that you can see. I'll go ahead and copy the schedule link. I'll go here. Here's what it looks like out of the box. Not bad, nothing special, but not bad, right? I have the ability to come in here. I can set parameters like I don't want people to book within a 1-day window, right? Or I don't want to have more than 3 appointments booked in a day. All those things, like I said, if you've used Calendly before, all these things are familiar to you. If not, then hey, even better reason to get signed up with HighLevel so that you can have this calendar functionality, this appointment scheduling functionality in your business. All right, guys, I got 2 more features that I want to walk through for you. After that, there will be a list. I'll list out the rest of the features, ones that I don't really care to walk through right now. Again, as you see any of those that you want to see more, please comment below. Let me know so that the next video I make could be one of those potentially, right? So that being said, I have 2 more. The next one that I want to talk about is the social media planner. This is I'm going to say it's a really cool feature, like I've said with every feature up to this point, but in fairness, I did pick my top 5 features and start with those. So I am really excited about this feature, just like I'm excited about the ones that I've talked about up to this point. But the social media planner, okay? I love the social media planner because it gives us the ability to integrate with any of our social media sites. When a site becomes popular, it doesn't take very long before HighLevel's team is making it available for you to post through on the social planner. So this is gonna include TikTok, Instagram, Instagram, your Google My Business profile. You can automatically post stuff to there. You can post Reels, right? Just like you can post TikTok videos, you can post Instagram Reels, you can post to your story on Instagram, you can post inside of Facebook groups, right? And you can plan all of this stuff as far ahead of time as your brain can imagine it. Right? You can plan all of this ahead of time so that your social media presence doesn't have to be based on your ability to remember or to have the energy or mental space to post on social media after the end of a hard week or hard day, right? To be able to sit down, block out a couple hours and book out your content for a month and then know that that's going to go out like clockwork. And once again, to have that in the same spot as everything else that you're doing to manage your marketing and sales, priceless. Check it out. All right, so as you can see, if you look at the top, you should be able to see Social Planner is inside of marketing. For some reason, it's showing opportunities as on my screen as being what's highlighted, but really it's marketing and then Social Planner right here. It looks like it fixed. Oh, it was just something with Loom. Anyways, so this is the Social Planner. In the Social Planner, when you first log into the Social Planner for the first time, it gives you a screen that tells you to like integrate your social accounts. Basically, that's pretty straightforward, pretty easy to follow. Once you've already done this, then in order to add, once you've done this once you've set up one account, then in order to add accounts, you won't get that same screen. You'll have to come right here, hit the drop down, click add account, and then you can pick any of the accounts that you want to add. So you can see these are the social media platforms that are available to you right now. They are constantly working on more. Threads, I think, is the latest one that is, I don't know how to say it. It's like knocking on the door as far as needing to be added to this, or at least it was at one point, but we're seeing, attention on Threads kind of fizzle out anyways, and so maybe they don't end up adding that one. I'm not sure, but again, the point is all of these ones are available to you. When you want to post, you can come in here, create new post. Again, you have the option story or reel depending on what you're posting to. So let's say I want to post to Google My Business. And all right, so Google My Business. Notice it tells you right away you have your 1,500 character limit. Okay, Facebook. Now, mind you, I'm still going to have that 1,500 character limit unless I check this toggle that says customize for each channel. Okay, so I have this character limit right here. That's 1,500 because that's Google My Business's character limit, right? So let's add one more. Let's add a LinkedIn as well. Okay, and then I'm going to hit customize for each channel. Now you'll see, okay, Google, I have a 1,500 character limit. Facebook, I have no character limit. And LinkedIn, I have 3,000 character limit. Okay, kind of cool, kind of a cool functionality here to be able to customize for each channel if you want to. You should be, right? Each social channel does require a different way of interacting in order to like get engagement, which is the goal with social media. So you should be customizing for each channel, and this tool makes it really, really easy for you to do this. Or like I said, they do like the least common denominator type of approach where like 1,500 is the limit for Google My Business. If I don't choose to customize for each channel, then I have to keep all of that content under 1,500 characters. There is a really cool planner view that we get. If we go into here, open planner, this is going to give us a visual of the social media content that we're releasing, which is really cool for marketing managers, anybody that wants to keep an eye on this. There's approval functionality. So if you don't want somebody to schedule something on the social planner without you approving it or having somebody on your team, the marketing manager, approve it, then you can set up an approval workflow where you require them basically to get your approval before it actually goes on the planner. Pretty cool functionality there as well. Again, think Hootsuite, think Sprout Social, right? There's a couple different tools out there. Actually, there's a lot of different tools. Those are probably the most popular ones. There's a few different tools out there that allow you to do this social posting, remote social posting. Social posting from outside of the actual platform. At one point, it was thought that this would kill your engagement on those platforms. I don't know how much truth that still holds. I know that we feel super comfortable using it. As you can tell, we use the social planner. But if you've got a different experience with that, I'm open to hearing that as well. But again, this is the social planner. Once again, included with your HighLevel subscription inside of your HighLevel account. So just one more thing that you can get rid of if you're looking to consolidate your marketing efforts. All right, so last feature that I want to go in depth on this video. The reason why I want to go into depth in this one in particular is because it's websites and funnels. Okay, and so the reason I want to dive into websites or why that's valuable is because the alternative is typically going to be a solution like WordPress or even worse like Wix or Weebly or Squarespace or whatever, right? Now these are great options to get like a decent looking website up off the ground quickly. But as far as integrating these tools into the rest of your stack and the rest of your marketing strategy, it's not easy. It really isn't, especially with WordPress where you have to keep up with updating plugins constantly. By the way, you can use your WordPress site. You can host your WordPress site inside of HighLevel. Haven't seen anybody do it yet. We personally don't mess with it at all. However, I have heard of other people doing it. Obviously, it's something that's inside the overall feature set of HighLevel, something that's discussed inside the communities. It's just nothing that I've messed with. Instead, I use their built-in CMS, their built-in content management software as a way to manage my website, to manage Empower LO's website. So let's dive into that. I'm going to show you the funnel builder, show you the website builder, kind of explain the differences between the two, and show you how easy it is to get a website off the ground inside of HighLevel. All right, so funnels and websites. Starting with websites, the first thing I want to draw your attention to is the number of websites that I have right here in this screen. It's so easy to add them that we have some websites that we probably need to delete. We probably have one or two that are redundant, especially we open up Mic Test here. Yeah, I would imagine that some of these are going to be redundant and could be gotten rid of. But the point is if you've ever tried to manage multiple sites on WordPress, it is not this easy. The WordPress multi-site instance is a big deal. It's a pain in the ass, like everything else WordPress. And so this is one of the things that I think is a really cool component of the way that HighLevel does websites. What we want to focus on, or what I want to show you, if we open up one of our websites, so this is like our website right now. This is our living version of our website right now. Some of those other ones that we saw, playground accounts, it's set like we're working on overhauling our website, and we can do that in like a staging environment over there without affecting anything on my website, which again I think is really cool. I worked in WordPress websites for a few years. I still have a WordPress website that I just haven't moved over to HighLevel yet, and so I'm familiar with how difficult pretty much everything is that you do in WordPress, and so that is why we are committed to only using HighLevel for our websites going forward. So these are all our different pages. Creating a new page is as easy as this. Setting your path. They have kind of like a little, like, I don't know, shady like tool in here that allows you to take a URL from a from ClickFunnels, right? So it says your page data from ClickFunnels. So if you have a ClickFunnels, you take that page data, you import it here. However, the truth is you can take any site that you know was built on ClickFunnels, drop that URL in here, and it'll translate it to HighLevel almost perfectly every time. Really, really cool. Anyways, so you can set it up there. We are actually going to go into the page builder though really quick so that we can take a look at that. Some things to know about the page builder and really about HighLevel in general. HighLevel tends to do things based on like what their customers are saying they have concerns or issues with. And so not all HighLevel customers are super sophisticated. And so there are some things that have been requested and implemented over time that you probably won't see in any other page builder or in any other tool outside of HighLevel. And the reason why is because they're really unique in listening to their customers and implementing things that their customers say will be valuable. And then if it turns out that it ends up messing something up or not actually being as valuable, they'll roll it back, no problem. But again, just kind of something to pay attention to. One example of that, at least in my opinion, something that I haven't seen elsewhere, is this 2-column mode right here. So as you can see, these settings right here push out. Now, what's happening when I do that though is now this ratio is not the same as like a true desktop website. And so the way that you fix that is you go auto, and now all of a sudden, let me see if I can get an example of how a text breaks differently. No, maybe not on this one. We've seen it before. But basically, you want to pay attention to this. If you go auto, you can do show your settings, and it'll just cover up the right side instead of squeezing it over, because once you squeeze it, all of a sudden it's not the same ratios as a website, or it's not the same dimension as your website is going to be. And so just pay attention to that. That's one of those things that I like, from what I understand, in auto mode, people were frustrated that they didn't realize there was stuff behind here and that they had to click this to open it. And so they asked for a way to have this push everything over. Again, I don't typically use it. And it's one of those things that I think that, more sophisticated marketers that have used a lot of page builders and whatnot are probably not going to want to see something like that. So yeah, just giving you the good and the bad and the ugly as far as some of the stuff that you might see inside of HighLevel. That said, it really is super simple. You have this layering set up so that you can easily access instead of having to hover over, if you know how the sections, columns, and rows, if you know how that works, then you know how much of a pain in the ass sometimes it is to track down a section when you're in, you keep getting right here, you keep getting this this column, or this column, right? But I want the section. I don't want the column, right? So you can do that over here, and you can just click through, and it'll highlight whatever section it is. And then you do the same thing with the rows inside of it. Really cool. Notice how quick it's moving. The only time we see it moving not fast is on a day where they're pushing out updates. That didn't used to be the case. It used to be the case that HighLevel was slow all the time, but that we're talking years ago. And so I'm throwing that out there. If any of you guys haven't tried HighLevel in the last couple of years and didn't like it the first time you tried it a few years back, I promise there's a lot to like now. Custom CSS, implementing tracking code. Your typography you can change for on a templated level for the entire page, right? So lots of cool stuff here. You can preview your custom code because it's not going to go live automatically inside the page builder. Let's see, what else do we got in here? Change your background, pop-ups, right? You can change your pop-ups here. So mobile view, desktop view. Again, really, really cool. Really easy to use, something that your marketers are going to enjoy. A lot of your marketers, you're not going to need a page developer to do a lot of designs out of this thing. The other thing that you have that I want to draw attention to is you have the ability to build from templates. So if you are an agency signed up with HighLevel, you'll have access to all of these. If you're one of our clients, you'll have access to all of these. If you sign up through somebody else's white label, which I'll talk about in a different section of this video. If you sign up for somebody's white label, you might not have access to these. So if you go into templates and you don't see this crazy amount of templates in here, talk to whoever it is that's running your agency and say, hey, I want access to templates. But if you come in here, you'll notice lots and lots of options in here. And then importing them as easy as, you can preview here. We got home, about, services, schedule an appointment. Nice, right? With a pop-up. Awesome. Okay, so there's a template. There's an example of a template, being able to create a website off of a template. As you can see, you can create folders to organize your websites, all of this stuff. Like I said, not something that you're going to see in very many other platforms. It's definitely different. It's definitely something to get used to, but it seems very common sense. It feels very common sense once you get used to navigating it. All right, funnels. What are funnels? Okay, what's the difference between a site and a funnel? Well, to me, the difference between a site and a funnel, two things. One, the ability to split test easily, and when I say easily, I mean stupid easily. Like sometimes I feel dumb not having split tests running like I don't right now because of how easy it is to create a variation and test something all the time. So split testing, really cool functionality with that. Also, the ability to create a linear path, the ability to say, I want, like somebody has to take an action on this page. Let me define what that action is. And once they complete that action, take them to the next page and then do the same thing on the next page. So you can create upsells. You can follow up, or you can give people the opportunity to sign up for some of your free services after they sign up for a demo of your paid shit. Whatever it is that you want to do, you now can create this linear path. If I come in here, I can see my percentages as we move through. So we can see our landing page conversion rates. These are old split test variations. So to prove that I do actually do split tests, I'm just not doing one right now. Here are some different variations. The booking page, we can see the percentage of people that convert from there to an actual appointment, and then we have a confirmation page as well. Again, we could add an action that we wanted them to take on that confirmation page and then track them moving from that step to the next step as well. I have not run into any limit to the number of steps that you can put in a funnel. Really cool functionality, allows you to, when you create your split test variations, you're going to be able to come over here, just duplicate the control page so that you can change something super minor, or you can even import from a website or from a funnel. So if I wanted to test one of the pages that I have on my website or on the new website, I could do that here as well. The domain, you'll notice that my domain for here is empowerlo.com/core. So the domain can be the same domain as your website. If I come into here, what is my domain? empowerlo.com. So you can have funnels and websites that are hosted at the same domain, just change the slug like we do. So technically all these funnel pages, or a few of these funnel pages, are actually a part of our EmpowerLO website, and you wouldn't find them in the website folder because we have them set up as funnels where we're running split tests. All right, guys, so those were my favorite features of HighLevel, or the ones that I feel like are going to be most valuable to you and your business. However, there are a ton more features out there, and features that you might want to see more and learn more about. So I'm going to list out all those features. Feel free to identify any of those that you want to see a follow-up video made on. Likely, you'll see a follow-up video for a lot of these later on, but if you have any right away that you're like, oh, hell yeah, that sounds like a great feature, I want to know more about that, let me know. Comment below, reach out to me personally, whatever it is that you got to do. I'm happy to go over a game plan and let you know when I'll be able to get that video out. All right, so other features of HighLevel that I'm not going to dive that deep in. They've got an email builder built into HighLevel. They have subscription and payment management, as well as invoicing inside of HighLevel. You've got really good reporting and attribution tracking inside of HighLevel. You have the ability to host membership and communities, so like a learning management system type thing, right? So think like your own mini private like Udemy, where you can host courses, whether it's courses that you have for employees to teach them how to do stuff, or courses that you have for prospects as a way to add free value to them. You have that. Those link up with a cool new feature called communities, which is basically being able to set up a group, an online community that is separate from a social media platform, which I think a lot of people enjoy and are excited about. You have a form and survey builder inside of HighLevel. Really powerful form and survey builders that allow you to access any of the custom fields that you create inside of a form or survey that you can either use, again, internally for your processes, or you use it externally and have clients that are filling out these forms as they go throughout your process. Lastly, they've got a lot of really cool features coming out around AI. Right now, they have a AI content generator, written content generator, that works pretty well. Personally, I'm a ChatGPT GPT-4 plan and 4 power user, and so I don't use the content AI functionality in there, but I do use it often enough to know that as long as you're giving it good prompts and as long as you have an idea of what you're looking for, super handy. And again, all built inside of your HighLevel account. Same thing with the image generator, AI image generators. I'm not that good with AI image generators. I've seen people create some really cool shit with an AI image generator. For some reason, I just cannot articulate what I'm looking for in the way that they want to hear it. And so I haven't had that much success, but that is not limited to HighLevel's. I've used HighLevel's image generator. I've used ChatGPT or OpenAI's image generator and other image generators, Canva. I have the same problem with all of them. So if you like AI image generators and have success with AI image generators, I imagine the one that's built into HighLevel is going to be perfectly acceptable for you. All right, guys. So now you know what HighLevel is. Okay. You know what HighLevel is. You know what it can do. Based on all the features that I laid out, you can come up with your own phrase or category or position for how you want, what you want to refer to HighLevel as, whether you call it your CRM, you call it your sales and marketing platform, you call it the all-in-one sales and marketing platform. Doesn't matter. Nobody cares, right? At the end of the day, the point is the system can do a lot for you and your business. And so what you need to know next is how do you sign up for HighLevel? What are the different ways that you can interact with HighLevel? I was planning on doing that in this video, but this video has already gotten really long and I don't want to lose anybody before I get to this point. So I'm actually going to create a follow-up video that talks about the different models, the different pricing models of HighLevel, which one you should be choosing, and whether or not you should be signing up under somebody's white label or you should set up your own white label. So we'll talk about that in a follow-up video. But for now, one thing that I do want to leave you with, I am doing this. One of the reasons that I'm doing this is because I want to create content that is dual purpose, multi-purpose. Okay, the mortgage industry is what is who Empower LO, my mortgage company, or I'm sorry, my marketing company. That's who we serve, is the mortgage industry, mortgage loan officers. The mortgage industry is not ready for the level of technical aptitude of the things that I want to share, that I feel compelled to share. The mortgage industry is not quite ready for the average, for loan officers to be talking about APIs and all that, APIs and Zoho implementation, a relational CRM versus a sales and marketing platform. Like, the mortgage industry is not quite ready for that. And so what I wanted was an outlet where I could share my experience and what I'm focusing up here on a high level that I don't necessarily, no pun intended, I do that often, I don't like it, up here on a high level, right? All these things that I'm working on that I feel like maybe I don't necessarily have the audience for in the mortgage space. I think that small business owners across the country, across the world can benefit from this. So that's why I'm doing it. Now, another part of why I'm doing it is because I like money. I like to get paid, right? I like to get paid as much as the next person. How do I get paid? Well, first off, I'm going to leave an affiliate link. I'm going to leave affiliate links everywhere, okay? So HighLevel affiliate link is going to be in the description of this video. It's in the About section on my page. It's one of our links. Signing up directly with HighLevel and going through a trial. They have a 14-day free trial, so you go there, fill out your information. If you do it from my link, then once you get going, I will get a percentage of the revenue that you generate until you stop. And so we have affiliates already. We don't have a formal affiliate offer or program, something that's going to blow your socks off. Hey, sign up with me as an affiliate, or and you'll get all this stuff. What I can promise you is that you're going to get my support. You're going to get attention from me, at least my early affiliates, right? We've got 5 right now. I would say I could probably only offer this for the first 25 affiliates that we get, as far as, hey, I'll give you my phone number, I'll give you my email address. reach out to me if you have any questions. I'll let you access some people on my team, and we'll get you set up. Very informal, but if after watching this video you feel like you'd be a good fit to work with us, I would love to hear from you. Or feel free to just sign up with that affiliate link, and I will reach out to you once I see that sign up come through. So anyways, that I wanted to share that with you because there is going to be an affiliate link in the description of this video if you are interested in signing up for a trial of HighLevel before you see my next video, which is going to break down all the different ways that you can interact with or pay for HighLevel, right? Sign up for HighLevel. If you do want to sign up before seeing that video, the affiliate link will be in the description below, but stay tuned for the next video where I'm going to talk to you about HighLevel's affiliate program. I'm going to talk to you about HighLevel's 3 different plans, the 2 plans that they advertise and the one that you aren't going to see. And I'm going to talk to you about which option, whether it's doing any of those or signing up through a white label company like mine or in your niche, whether that is the best option. So stay tuned, but until then, thank you so much for watching. We'll see you at the top.